Hi guys, today we're going to do systems of equations with either the substitution method or the addition method. I don't care which way you solve them, you just have to pick one. So I'm going to show solving them with both and how you can work with it. And I'll probably do that on the examples. I'll solve them both ways. You just have to pick your favorite and only do it one of the two ways. I put the notes here, so you might have to pause it to get the notes. But step one is to choose one variable to get alone. So in this one, this y is already isolated for us. So we're going to take that y equals, and we're going to do step two. So step one was just to get that alone. It already was. Step two is we're going to take this equation and we're going to plug it in to the other equation where the y is. So that looks like x minus 5. It says use parentheses. So plug it in with parentheses, negative 2x plus 1 equals negative 49. Once you do that, now we're going to be able to distribute, combine like terms, and solve the equation for y. So combine like terms, we have 11x minus 5 equals negative 49. I'm going to add 5 to each side. So I have 11x equals negative 44. Solve for x. And x equals negative 4. So that was step 3. So solving this for x. Then I'm going to step 4. Plug the answer into one of the original equations. So looking at my originals, I'll probably go with the easier one. Y equals negative 2 times negative 4 plus 1. So y equals negative times a negative is a positive. So y equals 9. So now I solved for the other variable. Check those solutions into the other equations. So now that was step 4. And 5. Step 6, we have to use the other equation to check it. So check. So I used still y equals the second one, so now I have to use the top one. So x minus 5y equals negative 49. X is equal to negative 4 minus 5 times 9. Negative 4 minus 45 is negative 49 equals negative 49. So it checks out. You can write the answers like that, or you can write it as negative 4 comma 9. Either way is fine. Make sure you copy down that full procedure and the full example. All right. For the addition method, our mission is to first make sure we have the x's, the y's equaling the answer. So that one's set up correctly, and this one's set up correctly. Our mission is, that was step 2, stack the equations. Step 1, they were already in the right form. Step 3 says multiply the equation or equations by a number or numbers to have a variable eliminate when we add the equations. If I'm looking at this and I want to eliminate x, so to eliminate x, if that was my choice, I'm looking for a number that they can both multiply to become. So I'm looking at the coefficients. I have a 3x and I have a 2x. What number can they both become? They can both become a 6. Good. So what would I multiply the top equation by? Awesome, 2. The bottom one would be 3. So now I would have a 6x and a 6x. To get them to add and to become 0, we need a 6x and a negative 6x. So I pick one of them to be negative. It doesn't matter which one. So that was to eliminate x. If I wanted to eliminate y, that's a little bit easier for this one. So if I want to eliminate y, which that's what I recommend doing, we have a 4y and a 1y, so I'd have to multiply by a -4 to get opposites. I bring them down, 3x plus 4y equals 25. Make sure you distribute that -4 to all three pieces. -8x minus 4y equals -40. It's called the addition method or elimination because we're eliminating y by adding them together. So step 4 here is to add the two equations. So I get, when I add them, -5x equals -15. I'm going to solve for x. So step 5 is to solve for one variable. I get x equals 3. Step 6 is to plug that into an original. To find the other variable. And step 7 is to check. Please use the other original equation. So I have x equals 3, so I'm going to take 3. I'm going to plug it back in to one of the two equations. So I'll just go with the top one. So 3 times 3 plus 4y equals 25. 9 plus 4y equals 25. Move the 9 over. We get 4y equals 16. Y equals 4. Check into my other original equation. So I have 2 times 3 plus 4 equals 10. 10 equals 10. All right. There's 6 of them for you to try here. Some of them lend themselves nicer to substitution, where some of them lend themselves nicer to the addition method. Number 1 is actually one of the more tricky ones. So I would take this, and I would do substitution, and I would plug it in for the y. So I'm going to replace this y with 2x plus 5. So to start this one, this method I'm choosing is substitution. We get 2x plus 5 equals -3x minus 10. We get 5x when I add 3x over. Let me show it, sorry. We would get 5x plus 5 equals -10. 5x equals -15. X equals -3. Plug in to find y. Y equals 2 times -3 plus 5. Y equals -1. Check into the other. Does -1 equal -3 times -3 minus 10? It sure does, so we did it correct. So if I was making recommendations, I would recommend substitution. I would recommend substitution or addition. I would recommend substitution, just like number 1. I would recommend substitution because y is already alone, and I would recommend substitution because y is already alone. So you're going to try these. The answers are going to be off to the side, so check them when you're ready. 2 should be x equals 3, y equals -2. 3 should be, 3 is a special case. 3 is no solution. I'll do that one with you. Number 4 is 3 and 11. Number 5 is 7 and 3. And number 6 is -1 and 8. Let me do number 3 with you to show you what a no solution looks like. I'm going to do this with substitution and addition, just so you can see how it works out either way. If I was doing substitution, I would choose to get this y alone. 2x plus y equals 5. I'm going to subtract 2x to the other side. I'm going to get y equals negative 2x plus 5. I would plug that in, so I have 4x plus 2. So this is going in place of that y, times negative 2x plus 5 equals 6. I get 4x minus 4x plus 10 equals 6. 0x plus 10 equals 6. So I end up with 10 equals 6. When we were solving equations and that happened, it made it a no solution. If I chose addition method, I stack them. I'm going to multiply the top one to eliminate x's by a negative 2. So I get negative 4x minus 2y equals negative 10. Stack it with 4x plus 2y equals 6. We get 0 here equals negative 4. So that's not true. So again, that's what it would look like. Everything wipes out, no solution. Okay, so one more time. Copy down these answers, check them, make sure you get the same thing. If you get stuck or confused, please reach out, ask for help. I'm very good at troubleshooting these, and I would love to help you find your mistakes. Good luck. When you're done, let me know. Thank you.